7 inflatable rafts and 7 motors. In today's tests, we'll not be alone. Suzuki Without Borders is about to begin. We are in Ischia, in the Bay of Negombo, where a group of 15 journalists have gathered to test the new 6-horsepower Suzuki outboard engine. But how? First, they should mount the motor, or at least some of the parts. But have you never touched an engine? Can I say it? That is the thermostat. I would look over there. You don't know where to put that? Eh? It's a relay. It's being closed, but there are not all of the pieces. If the engine falls apart, I'll row. So, how many pieces are left? 2? Only 2 pieces left? Well, look, I think it's going to go all the same. Now begins the real test. But as I always say, first fasten the engine's safety detachment. Go! Hey, they are sailors. What can you do? Come on, guys, come on. The competition has begun. It seems fierce. Go! Aft shift your weight to the stern, so you'll go faster. They've obviously never been on a small boat before. These guys, eh? At the stern, not the bow. The vent on top, there it is, beautiful. Hear that roar.
To
find out if the new engine is actually very easy to handle, a path has been developed where the crews will compete in a slalom, running forward and in reverse. Give inflatable rafts to adults and they act like children. Look at that. Here is the slalom test, but they're doing well and are also quite fast. Let's see how they turn. But there is an attack. There is an interference.
Ed eccoli alla boa di virata. Però.
And there they were at the buoy. These things happen when you exaggerate, but with a life preserver, it's no problem. But now let's try this Suzuki 6-horsepower motor our way. When you install it, you have to be careful that it is exactly in the centre of the transom. It weighs only 23.5 kilograms. It is the lightest in its class. Before putting this Suzukino in the water, don't forget the boat plug.
Sotto la calandra c'è il serbatoio.
The gas tank is integral. This overhead tank allows for the fuel to be gravity-fed, and this one-way valve allows the fuel to be supplied immediately, even if you have kept the motor in the wrong position.
Istruzioni per l'uso.
Instructions for use. Open the vent and the valve for the fuel tank. 2 adjustments before we leave. There is a knob here on the shaft of the motor. If you loosen it, the motor turns very easily. If you keep it tightened, the motor will hold a straight route better. And then the other knob on the accelerator. If it is tightened, it remains locked. But if you don't like it like that, I prefer to keep it loose. So when I let go, it goes back to zero.
Ci sono tre posizioni di...
There are 3 positions of tilt, and to put it in the water, well, just push it.
Questo gommone è il...
This boat is the Suzukino SXR. It is 220 centimeters long and 140 centimeters wide. It has a fiberglass hull and tubes large enough to sit comfortably, and they have good buoyancy. They have a diameter of 35 centimeters.
Il bello di questo motore è che ha un angolo di...
The great thing about this engine is that the tiller has an amazing range of motion. 90 degrees right and 90 degrees to the left, so the manoeuvres are very simple. Look at how it turns. It is practically stopped and turning on the spot. On a small engine, the lubrication is very important, and here they have enhanced the oil recirculation and have even provided an oil filter, which usually doesn't exist in this class of engines.
Sentite come gira rotolando.
Listen to the motor as it turns. You can practically count the bangs of the fuel combustion in the chamber. There is a secret. They have slightly offset the centre of the cylinder relative to the crankshaft. This offset is very subtle. This engine has a displacement of 138 cubic centimetres and is supplied to the carburettor. The injection on such a small engine would have too great an impact on the cost. There are 3 versions, 4, 5 and 6 horsepower. It changes nothing. They are identical to each other. The maximum engine speed is the only difference. The weight of the boat is only 30 kilograms. It can carry 3 people and has a maximum load of 265 kilograms.
Volete sapere quanto...
Do you want to know how much all this fun costs? As much as a small scooter. But now, in ascent for maximum speed. Oh, 15 knots. No matter how many horses you have available, a race is always a race, and in the end, there is always a winner.